Hi, it's Katrina and I'm here today to review The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I've gone for the black, white and red attire today to tie in with the theme of the book. And I'm going to be doing a non-spoilery thoughts and then a little bit of a discussion further on as well. So I read between this copy and another which I don't have anymore because it was part of a travelling books project hosted by Iris over at The Sheep and the Wolf. The idea is that I think about 12 of us all get this copy, the same copy of the book, write a few notes in it and send it on to the next person. I thought it was really enjoyable, but I also dipped in and out of this copy as well because I travelled a little bit while I was reading this book and I didn't want to take that copy with me and it get too battered up or anything because obviously it's been around a few people already and it's got a good few people still to go to, so thought I'd keep it nice and I read this copy as well. I think that this copy is absolutely stunning. This is the UK Vintage Classics Children's Edition. This was first published in 2011 and this copy is 626 pages long, though I believe in the original format it's around the 500 page mark. This font is quite large and it is a kind of squat size book, so it isn't actually as long as all that. This is a slow burn of a novel following a magical competition between two magicians, the stage of which is an entire circus. This circus opens only at night. It travels around the world with a completely unknown schedule and it has surprises and delights around every corner. Morgenstern's plotting and atmosphere were entirely immersive. I was captivated. We go from one fantastical element of the novel to the next. I was totally drawn in. However, I found the characters and some of their interactions lacking. I found some elements of the dialogue, particularly the love story which was drawn through this novel, beyond the bounds of my disbelief. It brought me out of the novel and broke the spell. The sections with the Murray twins and Bailey were so whimsical and I was completely in the novel with them. However, the love story felt false and it brought me completely out of the story. I 100% understand why this is so many people's absolute favourite novel. I definitely recommend it as a book. I think everyone should give it a go, but I am a character focused reader. I fall in love with characters. If a character is believable, I'm with them to the end, and unfortunately that just was not the case in this book. So I'm going to go into a little bit of a spoiler discussion section now, so you've been warned. If you haven't read The Night Circus, you should click away. So first thing I want to say is, why did Celia and Marco have to be in love? Could they not have just been really drawn together because of being part of this intense competition? And we barely saw them together. I refuse to believe that Celia would kill herself or whatever she really did for Marco when we barely saw any interaction. We saw far more interaction between Bailey and Poppet, and not that I didn't enjoy their storyline, but we spent so much time with them which should have been spent with Celia and Marco. I was sure when Marco and Isabella met it was actually Celia. It took me a long time to wrap my head around that because I thought that she was just giving a false name, but apparently not. Oh, that was disappointing. And when Celia and Marco slept together and she stole the book, I was so sure she was gonna double cross him and that was the only reason she slept with him, and I was like, ooh, go girl, and nope, that wasn't it either. There were just a few things that could have happened in this book that I would have enjoyed more, and then I was thinking about them instead of what was really going on. I raced through this book. I really wanted to get to the end and see what was gonna happen. You know, I couldn't put it down for the last 200 pages, but I did not like the ending. I don't think everything was sufficiently wrapped up after we were given so many tantalising hints about no one was being born and no one was aging and people were dying. Marco had done all these things. Are we supposed to be with Celia as she saves this man's life, who he's manipulated all these people around him? What if two of the acrobats have been wanting to get pregnant for years and years and they weren't able to, and it was all a devious plot by Marco because he wanted to keep a competition going for longer, and then suddenly he gets saved and he's cheating on Isabella for ages, and then suddenly Celia's like would die for him. I don't think so. I don't know, I'm on the fence really with this book. I really did like it, I really did, but I just don't, things like that annoy other people. Is that just me? I just don't think a book could be my favourite if these things aren't answered. I don't think that all characters need to be lovable and perfect. My favourite book is Wuthering Heights. No one in that book is lovable or anywhere near even good, never mind perfect. However, you need to still be able to understand their motivations and see why they've fallen in love with each other. And it did not make any sense to me why Celia loved Marco. And that's my stumbling block. I would like Celia to get together with the clockmaker man, please. Though, of course, he's dead. Marco's fault. And I don't know what, we're just not going to talk about that? Or the fact that all the things he did to Chandress. Is that supposed to be okay? I don't think so. Nope, not okay with it. Poppet and Widget. I love Poppet and Widget. And they're kittens. And they're the children of the people who do the big cat act. And then they do a kitten act. It's so cute. Oh my god, I want to die. The cloud maze sounded amazing, and the carriage and Celia's act sounded amazing. I just don't understand why we're supposed to care about Marco at all. We clearly want Celia to win. She's performing the whole time. She's Miss Independent. You know, she joined the circus by herself and she's trying to get away from her abusive father, blah, 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 blah. Marco's a bad guy. I need to just stop talking about Celia and Marco because apparently that's all I can talk about. I loved the setting. All the different scenes they were talking about and all the popcorn and the clock and, you know, the scene where they light the fire for the first time. I loved that scene. When they're first talking about Chandress's midnight dinners, I want to go to one of those dinners. It was totally captivating. I loved those. Whatever, why you gotta ruin it with a romance? Right, so those were my spoilery thoughts / rant about how much I hated Marco in this book. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see more videos from me. I put up videos about twice a week. My last video was all about my poetry collection, and my next video is my book buddy-a-thon TBR. So subscribe if you'd like to see that. You can also follow me on Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter, all of which are linked below. Thanks for watching. Bye.